Welcome back to Let's Play Rome Total War Carthage Campaign, episode the 85th with me, Squawker. And when we left off, well, we're pushing forward, aren't we? We're pushing, and we just keep on pushing. We're about to take Narbo Martius after crushing Gaul in a nearby battle. As you can see, I actually did get a famous battle mark, which is so cool. Victor was Gel McCart, to be honest, and loser was Captain Brycham. So I am happy about that. Fought in the year 186 BC. Now, before we jump into today's business, I do have one quick thing to follow up on. Jem, my lovely advisor, had advised me that I had, me being the stunning paragon of short-term memory I am, I'd actually forgotten that I'd left 3 lovely units of Iberian swords just chilling out on this boat. And those 3 lovely units of Iberian swords can now go chill out in Corrales for a bit, where they're not going to get nuked by a roving Quinquereme. So if you lot jump into Corrales, then you guys are safe and sound and ready to do my bidding at a later date. And they all fitted in for the city for once, so good. Right, we're sorted over there. And Milcharam is currently making his way over there. So we need to make our strategy in Africa right now, because right now we are in a position where we have managed to push back the Brutii considerably. And there is an attack force currently on its way from Dimidi to Tingi that we need to deal with. Well, Galerius Galenius seems to be on his way in, to probably just to come in and be governor. But I do want to start pushing now. I want to push towards Thapsus. We are in a position where pushing is a thing we can do. There is this weakened army here, which we managed to give a nice big squashing to. So for now, he's just on the run. And Captain Gaius over here just leads a... While there are the dreaded urban cohorts in the army, it's a very unbalanced army and it could succumb quite easily to numbers if we bring enough. So I am targeting Thapsus at the second because it's currently rebelling because the Brutii can't govern. And yeah. However, there's an issue. A big issue. A huge issue before we do any more war against the Brutii. Last episode, as you may remember, the Brutii once more came to give me what I like to call my ransom payment, which is where they pay me 5,000 denarii because I'm doing well. And then, I mean, technically it's a protectorate ship, but they never keep their word, so, you know, it doesn't matter. However, this time the Brutii are actually keeping their word for more than 2 seconds. So technically right now, I'm a protectorate of Rome. However, it isn't going to last. I mean, seriously, like, next turn the Brutii are going to attack, and I'm going to break my word anyway. So, while the Brutii are unawares and maybe lowering their guard for a turn or 2, I am ordering some Sacred Band and Poeni infantry to leave Cirta. And they are joining up my lovely army here, led by Caelus Carmo, and they will be making their way to Thapsus, and they will be taking Thapsus. Right now, the garrison of Carthage, we don't know its strength, and right now there's actually still quite a bit of Brutii activity going on. So taking Thapsus, while holding Thapsus, might be a bit of an annoyance. It's going to be something we're going to really try to do. So right now I'm bringing an attack force of 2 Iberian infantry, a few long shield cavalry, a unit of Libyan spearmen, 2 units of slingers, elephants, Libyan mercenaries, 2 units of Sacred Band, and 2 units of Poenis. This should be more than enough to capture Thapsus with. So we're going to make our way over now, and we're going to capture Thapsus in a few turns' time. I have my spy in position, so if he opens the gates, then we'll just be in a position just to basically waltz right in, take the city, and then we can use it as our new holdout. Because what I'm thinking in my head is that once we take Thapsus, the Brutii will start ignoring Cirta and make Thapsus the new target of all their wrath. Speaking of Thapsus, I do have another garrison force on its way to Cirta, just to top up the defences and also give him a governor. Where he is right now, I've kind of forgotten. I think I last saw him... I don't know where I last saw him. That's not him. And oh yeah, we need to do a Captain Ixaka actually, which is what we've got, which is what Vettius Volubis is on his way to do right now. Oscar, if you wouldn't mind recruiting an extra unit of Iberian swords actually, just so then we've got an extra little bit of peeps. Scalabus right now is suffering plague, by the way, so we can't really do a lot of it. Luckily, it wasn't Corduba having plague, so we're not exactly going to get killed in economies. Ah, that's where you must mean. Were you with Admiral Bodmercat when I last checked? Yes, you were. Yes, he was with Admiral Bodmercat. So, yeah, you keep on sailing, and we're going to drop off Admiral Calixus. He's going to be the new governor of Cirta. He's bringing over a nice little troop of Spanish mercenaries as well. You know, since they're pretty decent infantry of a line for holding the town with. And over here, we're still rebuilding. We're also preparing our awesome Temple of Baal so we can start recruiting Sacred Band. Would like to get that city barracks underway, though, as soon as we can, because then we can also recruit Poenis. Since, you know, Poenis are better in a pinch than Sacred Band. I mean, obviously, statistically, Sacred Band are better, but it's only really good for towns where I can comfortably take 2 turns to recruit something. When I need to get, you know, troops going out and out and out and out and out and out and out en masse, Poenis really do make for better cuts. Anyway, that's our situation in Africa dealt with for the second. So what we need to look at now is we need to look at the north. We need to look at Africa, or at least Gaul. Yeah, I'm going to say right now, I've had a long day at work, so if my geography and my names are worse than usual, then that's to blame. But yeah, we're on Narbo Martius in Europe. I know where Europe is, don't worry, I did do geography. Well, actually I didn't do geography at school. Anyway, yeah. So, Gelmakat is currently laying siege to the town. As it stands, our equipment is not ready, but we will be ready in 1 turn time. Actually, no, yeah, we will be. Stuff isn't built yet, so yeah. We've got to hold on. We can technically assault the city, actually, because we do have an onager at the ready, though. Which actually does tempt me to do the siege now. It would mean I'd quickly get it, and it would stop Gaul from rallying forth, and, well, why else would I bring artillery? The other thing is it's wooden walls, which is probably just what was keeping me back, because with wooden walls, sometimes artillery can be a little bit annoying with them. But then again, a well-placed flaming shot can actually knock out a gate in 1 shot. So you know what, we're going to do Narbo Martius this episode. This is a short episode. It's just we're taking of Narbo Martius and just quickly reviewing where we're at today. Nah, I'm just kidding. We'll do Narbo Martius, then we'll do some more. It won't be fair, really, just to do a quick little crappy siege battle today. It's not like the Gauls are bringing their A game to this battle. The town's also rebelling, so yeah, it's going to be an easy siege for us. Anyway, as for you, Jubamunda, I need you to get back into Massila now. We're going to leave Lugdunum for now. We're going to put it on the back burner. Go and work out how... Oh, yeah, look at that. They're still weak here, actually, so we could quickly spring forth and take that, and then when we have Narbo Martius, once we've got Narbo Martius, you know, souped up, pumping out troops for us, Massila will be a very safe territory indeed. But right now I can't reach it because of that rebel army, and to be honest, I don't want to deal with that rebel army. I mean, yeah, it means these guys get to keep Massila for a little longer, but let's face it, its income's tanking, and that'll be because there's rebels blocking the trade. And yeah, you know what? That's the Julii's problem. I'm not doing their pest control for them. Why should I? So yeah. Anyway, let's do this siege now, and then we're going to resolve this massive, embarrassing diplomatic situation later. But since you've done your work for today, Spy, I want you to go and just quickly scope out how strong the Gauls are in the north as well. Make your way to Lamonum, see if you can spot any armies, or see if you can gauge the strength of that settlement, because it might decide whether or not I focus on the Julii, or I focus on exterminating Gaul, which, to be honest, would be something I'd like to do. It's not like I have anything against Gaul, apart from all the several invasions they've done to slow me down, but since peace is something that we can't achieve with Gaul, I think I'd rather take Gaul out of the game for good now, and then focus on pursuing diplomatic relations with the Britannians, because, well, then again, the Britannians have been quite, not nervous, hesitant in negotiating with me. They seem to be a bit of a wild card at the minute. I can't quite put my finger on what they're up to, because their allies at the minute are Gaul, which means, yeah, that might be one reason. That might be one factor as into why they're not really too keen on talking to me. But they've stretched so far to the east now. They're actually friends with Parthia, so yeah, this is absurd. I've never known a Britannia. Well, actually, because in my last campaign I wiped out Britannia quite early on. But yeah. I didn't expect them to go all the way far east. They are really building up a dynasty right now. So yeah. Anyway, enough chatting, enough speculating. Let's not bother with those rams for now. Let's just assault the town, take Narbo Martius, and have a jolly good old time. So we're against Prasatagus for Wrathful, and well, he's gonna be feeling my wrath today because yeah, he's about to get smushed up a bit. I outnumber him by well over 1,000 men. Only 2 concern units to deal with actually, which is just the general and then the chosen swords. But to be honest, if I get my sacred band in there, they'll be sorted out, or if I just get my elephants in there, he'll be sorted out. He literally doesn't really have a chance against me this time around. It's going to be a pretty... I mean, it's a 20-9 straight finisher, so it's a pretty done deal. But I'm going to auto-resolve anyway because I want to monitor things personally. I just don't trust auto-resolve still. I just know it might dick me up. So, you know. Also, I don't like missing out on things. I like to be in there in the fray. Because Brave Benno's city's strongest tower defense, so let's see how strong the towers are of this town.
Worse than any camel is the enemy. Fear has unmanned them. Fear of you, oh brave warriors. Fear of you. Soldiers, prepare to defend yourselves.
Okay, I hope you are prepared to defend yourselves, but I hope you're also prepared to attack the enemy. So yeah, let's get deploying. So, just in case that Gaul has put the Chosen Swordsmen to their front line, we need a strong attacking formation. The Sacred Band and Poeni would serve us very well, except I don't have any Poeni. I do have Poeni. I have one unit of Poeni. So the Poeni will just provide support to the Sacred Band. Since the Sacred Band are in bigger numbers, the Sacred Band will be doing the bulk of the work. Elephants, you keep in reserve for now, just because I don't want you to somehow get scared by my artillery. It's just something that could somehow happen, but... It's got these guys grouped up, and then Libyan spears. You don't really... Well, you are going to have a role in this battle, actually. Because you are spearmen, you will be... Oh dear, I accidentally moved a Poeni, didn't I? But because you guys are spearmen, you will still have... It would be good to get you in against the enemy cavalry, just to take them out. Iberian swords, to be honest, I'm going to keep you in reserve today. You guys can just take 5. I can replenish you once we take the city. So for now, because you guys will make good meat shields as well in case there is an immediate Roman response or something. So for now, I'm going to keep them away. Cavalry will be useful also to mass against enemy infantry and the enemy warlords. So I'm just going to keep those guys nearby. Balearic slingers, to be honest, unless the enemy really buggers up today with their positioning, I have no use for you today. So for now, I'm just going to keep you in reserve. Same goes for the skirmishers, really. I don't really have much use for skirmishers today. Barbarian mercs, once more, you take 5 alongside the artillery. So that's my plan set up, basically. So it's really going to be all on my phalanx infantry today. Might be putting a bit too much weight on their shoulders, but let's see how much they can carry. Let's start the battle. So the enemy right now is hiding in the corner. So artillery, I want you to target the enemy gates and wipe them out, please. I'm not going to bring my infantry forward there because I don't trust onagers. I might accidentally hit myself. So for now, the initial battle is just launching off these initial rounds of artillery. So right, ready to fire, lads? There we go. Ooh, that was a doozy. Look at that, 94%. Right. Prepare the second shot because right now the enemy... Oh, it's one of these nice advanced barbarian settlements, actually. If advanced is the word we're going to use. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty... It's going to be a piece of piss. We'll take this street here today. We'll take this hill. Right, artillery, you've done a fantastic job. Take the rest of the day off. Elephants, I want you in the city as well. And then Poenis, I want you moving in as well. We're going to take control of this lower area. Chosen Swords are going to be the first line of defense, is what I was predicting Gaul to do. So the Sacred Band will be the best unit for the job, except this Chosen Swords are running away. So we're going to defend here. Or what I'm thinking is most likely is Gaul is going to bulk their units up here and just hope that, you know, just hope for the best, really. What I'm not seeing, actually, is the unit of Warband, though. I've seen the Chosen Swords and I've seen the cavalry, but I was pretty sure there was a unit of Warband somewhere in the city. So either they're hiding, which is not very likely, or they've been disbanded or like lost or something. I mean, there is a rebellion going on, so maybe troops are mutinying or something. But yeah, that isn't adding up really in my book. I mean, yeah, look, as we zoom in, we can't see a third unit. So okay, right. Well, I'm not going to complain because it's one less threat for me to deal with at least. So, you know, let's just get in there and do it. Infantry, you've got this one wrapped up, really. I'll bring the Libyan spears in for help.
The enemy have lost the walls. Send your troops and take the rest of the settlement.
I'm not sure if the enemy's ever really had the walls. You know what, elephants? While I'm thinking you would be a decisive kill for this one, I think I'm actually going to take him out just because I'm thinking it's pretty tight up there. The elephants, while they might be able to operate in a tight space, it's going to be too much aggro really this time around just to bring them in, maneuver them around. Actually, no, bring them in. We'll see if I'll get the elephants in the city, but I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to use them. It just might be a bit of aggro using them, so we'll see what we can do here. Anyway, let's get all my Sacred Band in there. We'll take the city quickly, and then, well, I'm not going to call it a day there. You know what? We're going to do a bit more today. It's just not right. Oh, there is the Warband, by the way. They've just all emerged. Well, hello there, Warband. You may be big in numbers, but you're about to be big in dead people as well. Yeah, the levels of my creativity for insults is running low today. Anyway, they're all running in a nice disorganized formation. The Sacred Band will absolutely mulch them. So, Sacred Band, I want you to form up because it looks like they're bringing more units in. Yeah, I can't really make a judgment on that, but fine. If we're going to bring extra in, let them bring extra in. Sacred Band, you line up there. Elephants, I want you to just chill out here. Even your mere presence would still be enough to just to give the enemy second thoughts really about committing to a defense. Sacred Band, we can line up better than that, can't we? Right, you know what, you guys, I know your formation's a little, you know, it's on the chunky side, but we're gonna keep that formation for now because I'm not readjusting formation at this point. Right, you two are in phalanx and guarding formation. Let the Warband come. They're already very tired, so I'm guessing these guys have been doing laps of a city or something to warm up, and yeah, they're not going to commit. They're just going to, yeah, I mean, their morale hasn't gone down, but they're just not, they just know it's a losing battle, so what is the point of them engaging me here? See if a cav's going to have a go over. I'm not going to move a phalanx yet, I just want to see what this cavalry's up to. If they come forward, then we'll hold position. But right now they're turning around. Right, Sacred Band, proceed to the next level of the city, please. Or you know what, we'll skip a level. We'll do 2 levels. And yeah, elephants, you want to start making your way up this street now because this is where I'm going to spring you. Because what we're going to do is we're just going to loop around, go down there, and then you know just absolutely squash the enemy into little pieces. Provided they don't go berserk. If they go berserk here, it's going to be painful, but I mean, given what we're fighting, there is a very low chance of the elephants going berserk, so I don't think it's going to happen. Poenis, I want you just to be up here, but now just between those lovely, well-built houses. That's coming down, by the way, when we take this city. We're replacing like the temple to, ooh, I don't know. Well, Baal is the one to go to if I want more Sacred Band. At the same time, Milcart tempts me with his trade, and Tanit with his growth. Depends how big I want this town. It's already quite big, so I doubt we need to boost out a Tanit. But it's a coastal city, you see. So Milcart's trade bonuses could give us some nice, you know, could just continue increasing our economic advantage. Because we're still going to need more money if we want to take on Rome, you know, fully. Like a full committed invasion is going to need a bit of bank. I think I'll review my financial situation after this and we'll have a look at where we go. See, working in administration now, which is what I work in, / recruitment, it's just giving me such a much more managerial mind. I feel like I'm going to get better at strategy games somehow doing this. I'm probably talking a lot of cobblers, but I'm going to believe it and therefore I will. Right. Looks like the enemy still just does not feel committed to fighting me though. I'm just going to pile in the centre. To be honest, this would be a perfect opportunity to just bring my slingers in. Slingers! Get your asses up here. I've got a job for you. And make it snappy. I'm not going to really make it snappy. They can walk. But you know what? If the enemy's just going to camp here, I mean, they're going to bring a few units out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the slingers in and we're going to have some fun. Because I want to try and preserve a Sacred Band. Because they're not exact. I mean, you know, we are still within enemy territory. We are quite far away from our nearest Sacred Band recruitment centre. Is still Corduba at this point. So these guys are not exactly replenishable at the second. So, you know, I'm just thinking we're just going to try and keep casualties to a minimum. These guys don't want to fight, so we'll just let the Sacred... I mean, we'll let the Balearic Slingers come in. Let's just speed things up because we know at this point, actually, that the enemy is not attacking. They are just going to wait us out. Sadly for them... Oh, I switched to battle times often, aye. So, this strategy of just hanging around in the centre doesn't wash. I can wait you out, but you can't wait me out. Because all I can do is just bring in more units. By the way, this Hall of Heroes has been damaged, but that wasn't me. That was just a rebellion. I think that's what they need to recruit the Chosen Swords, actually. I know that the Barbarian tech tree is a bit more here, there, and everywhere, actually, than the other factions. Which kind of tells me to do a Barbarian playthrough at some point. I don't know, if I do a Barbarian faction in the future, which might be what the faction I do for Series 3 will be, but we're doing Medieval 2 first anyway. But when I do get around to doing Series 3 of Rome Total War, I would be tempted to play Britannia. But I will probably just leave it open to a faction vote anyway, because I just like doing that. I'm too spoilt for choice by the many factions in this game, so I'll let other people choose for me, basically. Anyway, let's just move in. Let my men get in here and just prepare themselves. All this cavalry here is just stood around without a clue in the world. Just waiting for their orders. Okay, you guys coming in? Yes, you are. All I want you to do is basically line up, take a few pot shots, and then we'll just see what we kill. Those noble cavalry will be a juicy target. Actually, whoa, stop. Don't fire shots just yet. Let's get ourselves into position first. I didn't mean to do that, but, you know, get into position. You know what, I'm going to disable your fire at will. I want you all in position before we make the opening shot. So, right. We all in position, nearly. Once I've just got no one languishing around within the sacred bands. Okay, that's organised enough for my satisfaction. Nah, just kidding, that is absolutely atrocious. Thank you very much, lads. Okay, turn, face, kill the warlord. Elephants, they're already in position. My trap is ready to be sprung now. And he is actually just going, oh, well, oh, right. He isn't taking well, right. Slingers to the back of the line. Get skirmishing. Elephants, time to get in for the juiciest flank charge you're ever going to win, right. Slingers, you need to be at the back now. I mean, yeah, they're going to rout anyway. Fine, let them rout, whatever. Sacred Band, you know what to do now. Absolutely shred them. But it looks like the enemy is aware of what I was planning with my elephants, so quickly running back to reinforce. Elephants, did I set you on to run? Elephants are running. Right, elephants, I want you here. Don't run. Just stare the enemy down right now. Let them get preoccupied with the sacred band, and then we're going in for the mega painful flank charge, basically. Sacred band right now are handling the noble cavalry extremely well. Yep. This general hasn't got a hope. He's gone. Simple as that. He's out. Over the hill. Gone forever. But yeah, I don't think what I did with those Balearic Slingers was too wise. I think I might have made him a bit too sacrificial. I mean, I know mercenaries are still pretty replaceable, but yeah. Sorry, guys. Right, he's out.
Enemy general has been killed.
Okay, right.
Now we will see the measure of his soldiers' courage.
By the way, we've lost barely any Sacred Band. Sacred Band, give them no respite. Move in and finish them off. Poenes, I want you up here now. I'm ready. Up here and ready. Once these guys start getting ready to engage, we'll bring the elephants in. Let them... Hang on, they're hyping up, right. Let them have then be a 10 seconds of fame. So, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, fuck. Got to reset the counter. 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, wow. Get wrecked, cavalry, by the way. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. Elephants, begin moving in. Sacred Band, target those chosen swordsmen. Maintain phalanx. Oh, we've gone a bit messy here. Right. Weaker unit, you stay behind. Stronger unit, best foot forward. And let's try and keep our spears committed now, folks. Elephants are trying to get in and trying to start shredding. They are already shaken because, yeah. But right now, their morale is actually improving because they know they're in a battle that they're going to win. So elephants, just do what you can. Elephants and Gauls. Soon they'll be going over the Alps, by the way. Oh yes, we're going to go full Hannibal on this one. Let's take Rome with elephants. We're going to do it properly this time. And look at that. Carving a lovely little path into him. Okay, keep it up, elephants. We did lose one there, though. That's a bit tragic. Right. Elephants, we're losing momentum. Pull out and go for another one. Sacred Band, shore up around here. And you guys come around here. Come on. I can't replace these elephants, so I don't exactly want to see loads of them dying right now. Elephants, come on. We're losing too many now. Losing too many. Right. Poennies, shore up. Elephants, just get a big strong charge in against those warband. They'll snap like twigs once you're in there. At least that's what they should be doing. I think these guys are quite well upgraded, so that's why they're resisting us so well. Right, elephants, take control of this area here, because that's where you're going to get the strongest back charge, isn't it? How are the chosen swords doing? Right, some of them are starting to try and loop around. Poennies, it's up to you to police our rear flank. Elephants, get in there and this time go for the big kill. No, like slow walking. Come on, get in there, get the big kill, finish him off. Job done. Because right now Gaul is trying to take some control, and I'm losing Sacred Band left, right, and centre right now, and that is not good at all. Right, just a good thing their morale is so strong. I'm gonna have to try and send for more from Cordoba now, which is annoying because that's gonna cost me time. Right, elephants. Why are we shedding so many elephants right now? I mean, come on, get in there and finish them. Go on, go in for the big kills. Right, cavalry. I need you to start coming into the city. I'm gonna pull these elephants out. They're just not performing as well as I want them to perform. Elephants, get yourselves out of there for now. I'm bringing someone else in. Let the cavalry crush them with their bodies. But these elephants have just not performed up to par today. They need pulling out before we lose any more of them. I mean, a weakened unit of elephants is still going to cause chaos among the enemy, but it's not good enough right now. And I can't really send for more elephants right now because my cities in Africa are too busy to be concerned with helping out Europe. I mean, I've got my. I mean, let's face it. On Africa now, our fledgling little empire is now standing on its own 2 feet, but it's still. But I need it to be assisting my war efforts in Europe now. Right, cavalry. We need to be up here as fast as possible right now, because we're still. Well, we're maintaining ground right now, but we've still lost way too many numbers today, and it's just not good enough right now. It is becoming quite frustrating. So, all you lot up here and get ready to do more stuff. Come on. Up you come, my little crumbs. I mean, these warband are just holding out so well. I mean, I'm guessing it is just the war crying, and these guys are just massively like steroided up basically. Right. Got them surrounded by my Poennies right now, so there isn't really an opening for them to take. So let's try and pull some of these Sacred Band away. Mainly this really weak unit right here. They're going to have to get merged after this battle. Cavalry, just try and push in. Just provide additional support, or some of you are just going in there to die. Come on, they're chosen swords. I know they're tough. I know they're tough to kill, but we should really have these guys wrapped up now. Come on. Just get in there. Use the sheer force of our cavalry power. I mean, these guys are just light cavalry anyway, so they're not really going to do the best job in the world, but yeah. Come on, we got control of Plaza now, so we have got that one. And it's just actually down on those warband now. There we go. Whoever's still alive needs to be dead, by the way. Who is still alive and why aren't they dead yet? It's this guy, right. Finish him off, make an example. Thank you.
Victory is sweet indeed, and all the sweeter for being so decisive.
I wouldn't even call this one a clear victory, though. I know it was already a clear victory, but I'd only call this one an average victory. I think we took too many casualties there, and I think I made errors in my strategy for only taking 390 kills. I think I should have brought in my skirmishers, if I'm honest. Lost quite a lot of Sacred Band in this battle, but I mean, I know they were already a bit battered from the last battle anyway, but yeah. We've taken Narbo Martius, and luckily Gaul is massively weak, but yeah. Anyway, Narbo Martius is suffering public order issues up the arse right now, so I think an extermination is going to be the only option for us right now. or we're going to redistribute the population. But I don't feel good about wiping out 8,000 people, if I'm honest, right now. Unfortunately, I can't get a readout on what the population is. I really should have checked before the battle, so that's a new lesson for me. But an extermination does not really sit well with me. But if a town's rebelling already, then I can't afford a full-on revolt, because then we'll end up with a city that's probably going to be full of very high-powered rebels. And while it would still create a nice buffer zone, it's just something that the Julii might end up trying to take, and they'll end up winning. So as much as I hate to do it, it's going to be an extermination. What's the population standing at now? 2,938. That's not very good. But right, upgrade the walls. That's going to be my priority for today. Retrain whatever you can, and then we're going to review. Once we retrain, we're going to review what we have left. Commit to full repairs on everything. And yeah. So, recruitment options in this town suck, by the way, but that's because some buildings are damaged. But right now, I mean, our cavalry's okay. We are in a town where we can at least replenish and train additional long shield cavalry, so those guys will still be the bulk of my mobile forces in Europe, because as it stands, my ability to export elephants is not fantastic. So we also have control of a new port, so at least here we can commit some trading. And I would actually go and blockade Massila, but right now we need to actually also repair this fleet. So if you could also do that quickly, one of these Iberian units can be weak for one more turn. Just get those biremes repaired, because if we can, I'm going to blockade Massila. Because I just don't like the idea of having a Julii trading again. Admiral Milcharan, by the way, I want you to link up with Admiral Bashilek, or whatever you can link up with Bashilek. And then we're going to keep ourselves ready and waiting for the next enemy attack. And, oh, we actually managed to merge without issue. That's rare. Okay, you also get some retraining done over there, by the way. Let's quickly review every town we've got. And then I'm actually tempted to call this an episode, because we've done quite a bit of strategy anyway. I don't know. We're past the half an hour mark. Shall we? You know, we'll just keep going. Let's just double check every town's doing something useful before we end the turn. So Oscar right now is recruiting in order to deal with these rebels. Carthago Nova, we need to be recruiting. I know, I want you to be growing, but I really wanna push now against Gaul. So prepare me some additional Libyan spearmen. Corduba, keep preparing additional Sacred Band. And after you've done that, I know people don't like me queuing units, but I want this on the list before I forget. Begin working on a Queen Kareem, because I want to get one of those bad boys out and about. Sacred Band we have already. Begin making your way to Oscar. We'll just deposit all reinforcing troops at Oscar right now. I would start sending troops from Scalabis, but I'm not sending anything out from a town with plague, otherwise that's just how diseases start spreading. Numantia, let's have a quick check-in on your progress while we're here, by the way. Oh, Corduba, you should also be building something, shouldn't you? I don't really feel like upgrading the walls. This town's too safe at the minute, so we don't need to necessarily worry too much about defences. Unless we start massively losing, then I will upgrade the walls. I think for now, I mean, this town's already at the max level, so it's not like we need more food. I'd say, ooh, yeah, Siege Engineer would be a good idea. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. Cavalry Stoves would be a good idea, because, yeah, we can't recruit, well, can we already recruit Long Shield Cavalry? No, we can't recruit Long Shield Cavalry from there. That's bizarre. Or what is bizarre is we could build a bazaar, which I'm tempted to do, because the income here is not brilliant. Obviously, it's because this town is probably taken on the bulk of our upkeep costs. Yes, this town pays out nearly 5 grand in army upkeep, but let's just try and increase that gap there, so you know we can continue supplying our troops without any issues. Numantia, anyway, before I ignore you, let's check in on what you're up to. So Numantia, we're still trying to grow into a fully fledged Carthaginian town. We'd achieve this better if we were on a growth build policy. And the population here is so low, it's not even worth registering. So really, I'm going to leave Numantia alone right now. I think I drained the population on my last emergency recruitment drive. Asturica right now, same again. It's getting closer to the next level though. So once it's at 6,000 population, we can start building up Asturica, because right now it has the potential to be a nice wealthy town. Parma is currently in a process of construction. Additional recruitment would be a good thing to do though, because Parma, because it's nice geography, we could ship additional troops to Narbo Martius to use against Gaul and Julii. So you can't really produce a great deal for me right now. You are working on your barracks, so, but for now, if we could just get a unit of skirmishers on the way, and then when we're ready, we're going to send for additional units from Parma. Cirta right now, you're building, but you're not recruiting, so recruiting is something I would like you to see you doing. We'll get rid of our Spanish mercenaries side where we need 4 spaces available for our incoming reinforcements, so I'd say get an extra unit of Sacred Band going, because that's going to be our last unit space taken up, and then as we get safer, I'm gonna replace these Iberian infantry and long shield cavalry with better counterparts, which will be either Poenian Sacred Band or, you know, long shield cavalry. Tingi, you're building but you're not recruiting, but right now you are a full city, and I'm not. Actually, we could continue recruiting. I am just concerned about the current situation with a possible Brutii attack from Dimidi, but if we do get attacked, then we're going to need reinforcements, aren't we? So, I'd say recruit an additional unit of... Oh, I don't know. I think we'll still... recruit some additional elephants. We need elephants. We always need more elephants, so we'll recruit an additional unit of elephants right now. And that's pretty much my money taken down now. I've pretty much spent my treasury on upgrading and recruiting. So I think that's a good place to call it a turn for now, and we're going to move on to the next turn. We're going to... Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers that the Brutii break their word, by the way, because it does not feel right being in peace with them. But even then, I have to admit, our trade is quite profitable. It's annoying, really. I mean, peace with the Brutii could bring me a lot of wealth, but unfortunately, from an ideological point of view, this scum's got to get wiped out. So for now, we're going to go to the next turn. Right, this is getting worrying now. The Brutii still refuse to break their word, though then again I see an imminent word breaking incoming, so... Oh, we were betrayed anyway. Okay, whatever. Fine, that gives me an excuse. Begin making your way to Thapsus and take the town. I guess in the Brutii we're prepping up their next wave of troops, so that's why it is now all the more important we take Thapsus quickly, because the Brutii will respond in great numbers. I mean, Admiral Flavius, is he carrying? No, it's just another sodding Quinquereme, right? Agent detected, by the way. Alright, it's only because we detected a Brutii spy who was... Oh, he was killed, actually. So, yeah, that's why we can't see him on the map. So, yeah, it was actually just because one of the Brutii spies fucked up. We're at war again, so... Huh, sucks to be the Brutii. Right, you drop your army off here. Get them in the town. Right. You get into Cirta before the siege begins, you know, before we have any fireworks, because your Spanish mercenaries will be useful, since we are currently down a unit of Sacred Band. But, you know, those units of Sacred Band are being used effectively. So you get in Cirta, and there we go. Right, try and take it from us now, Brutii, because I think you're going to lose. By the way, upgrade your equipment if you have the opportunity. End of turn report, by the way. Profit. Good. Death stalks the land. Scalabus continues to be afflicted with plague. Tragic, I know. Marriage celebrations. Vetis Volubis married Alkippa. That's good for him, I guess. And actually, because once we got Lamona, by the way, we can take these forts down for a bit. I'm just kidding. I'm going to keep these forts up until we have a very solid frontier against the Julii. Once we've pushed really to the next frontier, which would be the Alps, then we can start taking these forts down, and we can redistribute these Iberian infantry into areas that they're needed, or we can just disband them entirely. Construction report, by the way, it's just repairs in Narbo Martius. That's all good and good. Right, so let's continue retraining. There we go. And we're going to get moving next turn, probably. Or we're going to put together our plan for moving next turn. Recruitment report, by the way. Parma, some new skirmishers. Carthago, Nova, some Libyan spearmen. Oscar, some Iberian infantry. And then Corralis retrained our biremes. And Corralis also retrained its mercenary hoplites. And then I'm actually looking at the retraining zone for once, but yeah, we just got a lot of retraining done. Okay. Abdesham, I want you to go to Massila, and I want you to install a very cheap but somewhat effective blockade. Thank you very much. And diplomatic information, I'm back at war with everyone. Who bloody knew it? Right. So, things to do this turn. The agenda for this turn.
General.
Deal with Captain Ixaka. Even though we don't know what his army is, I should be able to beat him. Especially if I just take an extra unit of General's Bodyguard from Oscar. But then again, we are known as a faction of people who fall off their horses for no good reason. So yeah. And as we can tell by the way, the Julii do have a big frontier with Gaul. So while I do want to push to wipe out Gaul once and for all, I can't just go around leaving cheap garrisons. Or we can. But we need to definitely get a full assessment of a Julii strength for this area before we work out what's the appropriate amount of units to place and where the Julii are actually moving. So, but Lemonum is ripe for the taking. Custodian the Cunning has cunningly given himself a shit bodyguard, and therefore he is going to die soon. Meanwhile, in Massilla, you, Jubamunda, since I do want you to check out the frontier, I want you to make your way to... I think there's another town here, actually. I think that's Alicia, but I'm pretty sure there's... I mean, that's Lugdunensis. Central Gaul, and then there's Agridecumantinis. I can't remember these territory names off by hand, but we're currently in Lemonum, so actually... Just keep moving. And just work out where the Julii border with Britannia stops, and where all the borders are really. Right. What do we need to look at next? Cirta. You know what? We could probably take out one of these armies on the field actually, just so then we're not dealing with all three of them at once. Actually, Placus Patilius. Wasn't he the one going out of Demidi? Oh wait, there is an army leaving Demidi now. Actually, Captain Herennius. Alright, he's bringing an average army. That's fine. If we smash his army, we could take Demidi with a revenge army out of Tingi, so I'll authorise that. Yeah. Getting in a stronger position now. We're ready to take on Thapsus. Our situation in Africa could be better, but for now it'll hold.
Aye, my lord.
Admiral Bodmelkart will just currently hold the line at Cirta and just maintain our trade. I'm not seeing a Scipii fleet there, by the way, so that's a little bit of a concern. There could be a potential Scipii attack inbound, because actually there's less troops than usual as well.
Aye, great lord.
Bashilek, I would advise. I know your fleet's a little weakened. Oh, actually, because of Brutii, I've landed here as well. Oh, hello, Brutii. Right. I'm gonna stamp you out then. What's that you have there? A Quinquereme, right? I hate Quinqueremes, but that Quinquereme's got to go, hasn't it? But before you do, just sail over here. Let's play I Spy, and yeah, my game of I Spy paid off. I Spy, my little eye, a big fuck-off army of Scipii. Actually, wow, they are really committing this time. And when I say really committing, I do mean it completely sarcastically, by the way, because... Pff, God. Just when you think, how many turns have we been post-Marian now? God, we must be... I don't know, but... Marian reforms happened pretty early on in this campaign, actually, so... Yeah, right, whatever. Right, Bashilek, knock him to the bottom of the sea, please. Good victory. But he's not at the bottom of the sea. That's not satisfactory. I would rather not have... Right, he's gone north. Hopefully he doesn't manage to asshole his way over here, but, you know... I would rather not have that army set foot. I would rather have that entire army sunk to the bottom of the sea for all I care. Right, you. Massiana the Killer. Ensure that Gaul does not receive any help from Rome. Kill him off. I just like killing diplomats. Good success, right. I don't have any more assassins, do I? I'm thinking it might be time to get an extra assassin in my payroll, actually. Let's see, we've got spy, spy, diplomat, diplomat, spy, spy, assassin. And then, yeah. And another spy. I have a lot of spies, don't I? I've got one... well, I've got my diplomat in the Nile. I've got my diplomat in Macedonia. Spy in Capua. Spy in Lugdunensis. Spy in Demidi. And my other spy is in Thapsus. Yeah, diplomats. I haven't really done a lot with you recently. But there's really a lot to do with you. I don't know. Go chat up first. Just keep me in the know on where boundaries and boundaries are. I like to know what everyone's up to in the world, so you know. It's nice to keep. Oh, hello. Oh wow, the Julii have invaded, by the way, and they're winning. doesn't really bother me. I don't really like the Greeks, so yeah. That's what you get for not helping me all that time ago, Greece. So yeah. I know taking Greece is going to make the Julii stronger, but it might mean the majority of their forces right now are possibly concentrated in the west rather than on my frontier. I mean the east, actually. Yeah, I got my compass directions backwards now, but yeah. Anyway, you. I have a big interest in Tyre, by the way, because, you know, ancestral capital and all that. Check who owns Tyre, though, you know, it's probably like the $1 million question, isn't it? You know, I'll give you 3 sarcastic guesses to work out who is. Oh my god, Egypt's... Yeah, this is a lot of troops. I hope you guys are up to something. Because if you guys are planning to invade a Brutii, then you're going to have a problem with me. Well, not really. I like anyone who kills a Brutii, but I hope these guys are planning to attack me. A war of Egypt would not be something I want. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna quickly lay a proposal in front of him. We have our trade rights, but can I just get that map information, please? And I'm not paying you money. 950 denarii. Right, since it's less than 1,000, I will. 1,000 is my hard border for paying for anything. I'll give you 950 denarii for now, because it might even make you like me more. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think Egypt actually does have a position to ask for money out of me. They're big. They're very big. That's a full-on empire they've got going there. They are controlling the Middle East, and they have got a very tight grip on it. Or it could be a loose grip, but what they do have a grip on is Tyre. I need Tyre. I know I don't need it to win the campaign, but in my personal victory conditions, I want Tyre. Might have to make it the last thing I do in this campaign, but I would like to take Tyre, and I don't care if people are going to say no. Tyre belongs to Carthage. It is Phoenician. Carthaginians are Phoenicians, therefore, make 2 + 2. That's our town. We're going to have it. Right, anyway, last item for today, because we are going near an hour now. I've spent it all strategizing and fighting a not very good siege, but yeah. Xenophanes, I want you and a unit of Iberian infantry to link up with Vetius, and you guys go and wipe out Captain Ixcaca, please.
Engage the enemy.
Let's just wrap it up on a nice, soothing rebel clear out. So I outnumber the enemy by a fair amount, so therefore let's go wreck some enemies. Strength ratio is 9-5 in my favour, so fight it on the battle map and just do it. Have fun, kiddos. Because, you know, Bella, hurry to Bella. We don't like war. War's a bit horrible. So on and so forth, said Virgil.
This is a day of battle. We will stand together. We will not fear defeat. We will look forward to victory. Some of us may soon be dead, but the survivors will drink to their memory. So, fight with honor. That way, you are remembered with honor.
Always sound logic, right?
Await my orders.
Iberian infantry, you are just my main line today, and then everyone else basically. So cavalry, you have a rear line. So there you go. Have fun. And the enemy has decided to deploy by this road, by the way, but luckily since it's mostly, well, there are slingers on there, so we need to get rid of those slingers. That's sharpish. So troops, I would advise approaching on an angle where the slingers are going to kill their own men. Try and trick them into committing friendly fire. Cavalry, I want you patrolling this flank. It might make you vulnerable to slingers, but if the slingers decide to start anything, then you're just going to go in and absolutely ram-pack them. There is just a standard rebel general out there as well, so yeah. We'll take out these brigands. They don't mean anything to us. All they mean is a simple kill and some possible XP for our units. But since our units earn XP at such a sluggish rate, it doesn't really help us, does it? Yeah, I'm guessing other Total War games got the XP mechanic down better because, yeah, it's just... I mean, I see enemies with, like, gold chevron units, and yet some of our units do absolutely fantastic in battle, and then they just don't get any chevrons, so yeah. Sometimes it's just a bit annoying, really. You have a unit do all the work, and it gets one lousy experience bar. Anyway, you lot keep moving on. You lot are just moving as a nice group. Well, you guys are, for some reason, moving quite intermittently. Not really sure why, but try and just keep a steady pace, lads. I mean, there we go. Slingers are on the move, however. So it looks like the enemy knows slingering 101. Round shield cavalry. Get in there and wipe them out before they start slingering into us. Don't give them a chance to open fire. Let them skirmish away. I mean, yeah, we're going to try and get a shot out, but yeah, that shot literally just cancelled out there. Oh, is there 2 units, or did you just all split up? Oh, well. A lot of you have just died now, so right. Round shield cavalry, kill them off quickly. There we go. The enemy is choosing not to respond and help, so just keep away from those. Keep away from the Iberian infantry. Come on. Right, the Iberian infantry is coming in to help. Right. Round shield cavalry, I would advise getting out of there right now. I know what you guys are like for morale, so for now, just keep out of there. Okay, Iberians keep going in. Good performance by the way, round shield cavalry. Minimal losses, and you wiped out a lot of those balearic slingers, and they're still spoiling for a fight. So while the enemy's right there, just continue trying to work out their formation. Go in for round 2. There you go. Right, you lot, move into position and get ready. We've got those balearics on the run now. Enemy cavalry's looking at my Iberian infantry. I'm thinking, ooh, that's a tasty kill. Right. I'll leave the round shield cavalry to chase down, by the way. They can just have their fun doing that, because I don't really see too many uses for them in the rest of this battle. Okay, you guys just continue making your way into lining up. The enemy seems to be all in the flutter right now. I'm guessing the balearics kind of blew it for them. But right, generals coming in. So my 2 generals, I would like you to get in there and lend a hand. Iberian infantry, don't let him get away. If he wants to fight, fine, pin him down. He's getting his charge bonus today. We're getting the charge bonus, of which is a very meager charge bonus, but you know what? If a general wants to kill himself, let the general kill himself. One of you lot need to get in there with those Iberian infantry, by the way. Round shields, you start coming back round now just to lend a hand. Yeah, you 2... We're getting in a bit of a pricky situation here. Try and push towards those. Skirmishers. See if you can do that. Just push through the enemy. I mean, there we go. General's routing. Iberian infantry's routing. Right, we've won. Finish them off. You know me. I'm not satisfied until I see all the enemy dead. Round shield cavalry, turn around and finish off a balearic slingers. You've done your job for today. General number 2, Electric Boogaloo, you go deal with the skirmishers. General number 1, Mr. Magoo, you deal with you just deal with the Iberian infantry preferably. The enemy general's going to run away. He's a coward captain who couldn't coward his way out of a cowarding fest. So for now, he'll live, but he won't be back for a very long time. And that's just perfect. It's somewhat cathartic to watch Iberian infantry get wiped out. I know Iberian infantry have actually become a better unit recently. They seem to have, you know, in battles we've had recently, Iberian infantry have become more of a team player in my battles, mainly because I've been using them for different functions. But I don't know. I guess it's for all those times they've let me down in the early campaign. But it's just good to still watch them get smashed up every now and then.
Victory is sweet indeed, and all the sweeter for being so decisive.
Good. That feels much better after that not so good performance earlier. Only 45 losses. Thank you very much. Right. And Spartans do not ask of how many by the way, only where they are. And we got some trait increases. That's what I always like to see. That is why you need to take... Oh, God. Oh, you got a new job, by the way. Right, you 2, you're rebel police for the day. Go deal with the other rebels after you've done some replenishing there. But for now, you are a confident commander for Xenophon is the Honest. And Xenophon is also gained a sword bearer, which gives him +1 to his personal security and additional valor to his bodyguard. And yeah, the enemy army, right, you lot, return to Oscar, have a quick session of replenning, and when you're done, make your way to Asturica, and you will deal with Captain Villarafios, who has another unit of another army of about 4 units. We'll work out what he has, and then we'll deal with it. But I think that is where we are going to call it an episode. For I am going to quickly dispatch the new unit of Libyan spearmen to Oscar, where they're going to be ready for marching in my next army. So yeah, that's a nice little bit accomplished today. We've managed to, well, what have we accomplished? Well, another settlement now belongs to us. That's the big thing. We now control Narbonesis, or Narbo Martius. It means we now have a hard border with the Julii. So we must defend this town with all our might right now, because the Julii may start attacking at any minute. But we need to also now work towards capturing Lamonum, and then also Condit Redonum. Take these 2 towns, and Gaul might be out. I don't know if they still control Loviska. If they do, then, oh well, I'll deal with them another day. If not, then it's time for Gaul to go. Because, you know what, they've been a pain in my bum for a very long time, and I think it would just be better if they were gone for good now. Get rid of Gaul, and then all my attention can go on the Julii and the Brutii. Because these guys right now, they're just third wheeling it. So I want all my attention now focusing on finishing the liberation of Africa, conquering Sicily, and then just taking over Italy. So yeah, next time we're going to clean out some of these Brutii armies which are just hanging around, and we're going to make our way to Thapsus, and yeah, we'll see what else we can do. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you all on the next episode. Have a fantastic evening, my friends.